Oof. So what is up, everybody? As you can see in the title there, we're going to talk a little pop culture. We're going to talk men's rights, whatever those are these days, and if they even exist at all in any shape or form, really. Because it seems like there's a lot of people out there, unfortunately, that believe if you're a man, you're automatically right, or wrong. And some people will say, you know what, that's your subconscious, Jason. That's the patriarchy. Men have been right for so long, it's damn well time. Well, here's the thing. People can be great, and people can be shitty, and that includes men and women, the whole thing. Thumbs it up, guys, as you come in. So if you haven't heard the audio that's leaked, it's out there. It was trending big time on Twitter, and I listened to it, and in it you can hear Amber Heard yelling at a very, very docile Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp, sure, he curses at her a couple times, but she clearly talks about physically assaulting him several times. She didn't punch him, but she had a closed fist, and yes, she attacked him, but it wasn't a punch. Why even cover this? You know, I'm covering it because, you know, anytime someone mentions men's rights, people get in a real big, you know, hissy fit. And I'm like, why? There have been women throughout history that have been brutal liars and manipulators. I mean, Amber Heard herself, isn't she with Elon Musk as well? Like, isn't Musk the new dude? Like, so this is somebody that intertwines with some pretty big elites, some pretty big power players, obviously knows how to manipulate people if they're staying in relationships like this. But, you know, toxic relationships also take two people. But that doesn't mean that every time the guy is at fault. And, you know, I cover the McGregor situation, right? And a lot of people are like, well, these could be false allegations. They're totally separate and different situations. You notice I don't harp on a lot of domestic abuse cases unless there's a plethora of evidence, because I think that that's important. I think in most cases when it is he said, she said, we have to see both sides of the story because neither men or women are immune, period. Now, as far as like men's rights go, I know a lot of you have probably heard this before, but for me, it's always been very upsetting that, you know, no matter how long I've been involved with a woman romantically or sexually or anything like that, if she gets pregnant, I really have no say over what happens at all. Whether or not that woman would be willing to give full custody to me, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not saying that, you know, we should overturn Roe versus Wade. Those aren't things that I'm trying to promote at all. Okay, what I am trying to promote is that I think I should have a choice in the matter, like at least a say, but that's not something I think is going to be, is ever going to be allotted to men. And I think that's a really big problem. And I don't know about you guys, but do you think that's fair? And do you think that all women should be believed all the time? For instance, in this Harvey Weinstein case, right? In the case of Weinstein, there are already women who have retracted and said they lied. Janice Dickinson, I believe, is one of them, right? She's one of these people that is part of that Hollywood manipulation system and has, you know, basically used her status as a former model to prolong her career, I guess, and her fame. And no one looks at that aspect of it. I think that's important, you know. On the other end of the spectrum, look how much work I've done on Epstein and the abuse of young girls, right? A lot, if you haven't noticed, because I think that's important as well. I think trafficking in children is an issue that has to be looked at in a much more serious fashion. In fact, let's talk about trafficking of kids right now, because it's Super Bowl Sunday, right? While most people are getting ready to, come on, let's go. While most people are getting ready to like do the party thing, I don't think I'm doing it. I'll probably watch the Super Bowl and stream the commercials with my with my criticisms, my breakdowns of them live on rockfin.com/Jason Burmis for premium members. We got a new subscriber today. I want to thank them for coming on to Rockfin, but that's where we're going to do it. But today is going to be a mass human trafficking day. Some of these kids, and I mean kids, okay? It's not just adults, you know. There are going to be teenagers and straight up children that are going to be trafficked because the Super Bowl has that type of clientele, brings that type of elite businessman, politician, Hollywood star into town. And some of these kids are going to be having, you know, sexual relations with adults well over a dozen times a day in the next, you know, it's already probably started as many people got there Friday. But Super Bowl Sunday, that's what brings it. The human trafficking goes to another level during this time period. So I know I just covered a lot there, from the Amber Heard thing to the Johnny Depp thing. And by the way, I don't know Johnny Depp. I don't know, you know, if he's a great guy or a bad guy or whatever. But I do know in this instance, he wasn't a physical abuser, right? And the media sure treated him that way. It shows you how upside down the media is. They'll make a demon out of Johnny Depp, but they'll let Disney and Reebok and WME Entertainment promote Conor McGregor. Does that bother anybody? Can I get some more thumbs up? 107 watching, 30 thumbs at this point. Can we get to 60? Can we please? Because let's think about it. When we're talking Disney now, you have Abigail Disney and her basically tweeting out that the hammer of justice is coming down and Kobe Bryant was a rapist. Now, if you've heard my take on that, let me say it again. I don't know whether Kobe Bryant raped that girl. I know it was a he said, she said thing that didn't really end up going to court. People were paid, and that the allegations were hand around the throat and anally raped. Okay? Could have happened. But I don't know. What I do know is right now, today, there are 2 open rape investigations with previous incidents that were reported on a guy that you, ESPN Plus, WME Entertainment, the UFC, are openly promoting. And this girl, there is no doubt, according to police sources, didn't see that in the Kobe case, Abigail Disney, that this girl was suffered a horrendous ordeal and was badly beaten and raped during it. We're talking about bloodied, bruised. The WhatsApp messages say she was in bits. No one's ever debunked those. Everybody says they're rumors and debunked WhatsApp messages. Show me the debunking. I've been waiting a long time. And this stuff now has been out and really reported on by myself and now others, but myself especially. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but you can check it out. Back, I believe, on like the 24th of January, I started doing videos on this. Hey guys, February 2nd. The information's been available a year. And I know you tried to help me hammer that home, but that's some real stuff. That's some real abuse. And they ain't dragging Conor McGregor's name through the mud. They drug Johnny Depp's name through. They did. So to sit there and act like that's not a thing, you're not being honest, and you're not being real. And you got to start being those things. So, I mean, in a society where things are flipped on their head and it's not merit-based, and we can't talk about men and women in the same manner when it should be, and in a different manner when it's obvious, when it's biological. I don't know what else to say. Carmen, what are you doing? You got to pee again? Oh, you smelling more dog? She's been on a smell trail, guys. Thumbs this video up on your way out. Remember, rockfin.com/Jason Burmis. Go endorse me there. $9.99 a month, but you get me, you get Askren, you get Sonnen, you get Placone, Elwood. That's right, you get MMA and you get free thinking media. You get so much, it's unbelievable, for just $9.99 a month. That's why it's better than like a Patreon or Subscribe Star. We don't do that. We do a GoFundMe if you want to really donate. If you're checking out my deep dives, if you saw my Strzok and Seth Rich video today, you'll see where we dug into the Mueller report. You'll see the new FOIA FBI docs that are out there. Almost nobody covering that. If you care about Assange, you know, we do the Action for Assange thing as well. So much more. So Guys, I absolutely love you. Karma loves you. You can tell she loves you. And we'll be back soon enough. We'll see you on the flip.